Hello, happy Wednesday and happy middle of the week and all that. I hope it is a good week so far. I have some squigs. I started some squigs. I wanted to do something really silly the other day. So I built a bunch of squigs and I made a start. So I've got like a first suggestion of colours and stuff on there. These are really, really silly. Really fun to paint, really silly to build. One of them actually has a closed, like a half closed mouth. I think it actually might. No, it's not this one, but one of them. And you don't have to force this one. Like these teeth are a separate part on the kit, so yeah. But yeah, I've got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 squigs and 2 of these little gobbery-doos. Obviously had to go with the didgeridoo, because not a didgeridoo, bagpipes, because that makes way more fun than the cymbals. And it had to have the mushroom. The mushroom and a stick is just top comedy. So we are going to be painting those today, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Let me have a think what I want to do next. Gums, I think. Gums and then teeth. So I'm gonna go grab a red because, oh, I do have red on the desk already. I thought I would use, obviously speed paint doesn't work because it's all painted already, but shaking the desk. A bunch of notifications on Discord, which I don't need right now. Bit of red. And I think a bit of beige red. And then we'll see what we can make with that. I feel like my camera is too far zoomed out. I don't know if this is just me imagining things or if... Oh, jeez. That was more than I wanted, but here we are. Let's have a quick look to see if... face. I don't actually know how to zoom this in. Probably in settings. Not that it matters all that much, I suppose. It doesn't matter. Who gives? Right, squigs. Squigs and the trigs. Got some big teeth going. See if I can get some more light on it though, because it's a little bit on the dark side. Better. But yeah, so I wanted to do something bright and colourful, and I felt like squigs are a good idea. They are very silly. So I can't tell if my music is very loud or if it's just my headphones that are turned up too much. Probably the latter, to be honest. I reckon my headphones. I did watch a movie the other night when I was in here and painting on the weekend. Trying to work out, like, that would be nice, but then it's obviously right in the middle. Oh god. Nope. I feel like I need to reposition this light at some point. Oh, I forgot to check who else is streaming tonight. Twitch. Doth. Charlie. I think it's just Doth that I need to lurk. That's fair enough. Everyone else is doing their own thing, which is good.
Kidding, huh?
So
Yeah.
let me drop a lurk. Righty then. I have a lot of notifications on Twitch as well. Interesting. And a message. Oh, that's cat. Nice. Okay. Now I feel like I can do my painting without... Evening, Ben. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Squigggggggsssssss indeed. These things are so dumb, like so silly to paint. You good? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm alright. Just trying to get through the week. I had a bit of a fright with George yesterday. He was staying home with Nick because Nick was working from home yesterday. and we had a door slam in the breeze yesterday, and it made him jump, and he panicked, and he jumped on Nick's lap, missed, and sort of fell off his lap and caught his dew claw on something. So that ripped. So we had an appointment at the vet this morning, and for them to check it out and see if they could fix it, and they couldn't, so they had to give him they had to sedate him. So I have the most doped out dog under my desk at the moment, bless him. He is still not entirely with it. It's very cute, but very dopey. But he's had his he's had a painkiller, and they sorted it out, they trimmed it for us, and it's one of those where it's all the way down to the quick. And they said he doesn't need a cone as long as he doesn't lick it too much. So we just have to keep an eye on him. Yeah, it's very sad. He's feeling very sorry for himself. It's funny because the same thing happened last time he hurt himself. And I came home from work today, and he was just in the dopiest way possible because he's still like half drugged. Came sort of running, but not quite running, like hobbling to the door, and then just leaned against my leg crying. Like, stuff happened to me, Mum. It wasn't fun. Bless him. Yeah, Nick and I are fine. We're both looking forward to the weekend because we've got our Siege Studios painting class this weekend. So we're just thinking about the things that need to happen before then, that we need to like pack, and both very much trying to just get through the week because work is work, and neither of us are particularly feeling it this week. We had a new bookkeeper start today at my office, which was nice. She seems really chill, so that's quite nice. Had a pretty good time, sort of training her and stuff, and or rather training. She's a full-on accountant, and she's just taken on a bookkeeper job because she wants to start working for herself. So she's just looking for jobs to get started, and yeah. She seems like a fun lady. We had a good laugh, and that's quite important. We pick our staff on based on vibes at my company. Like it's all great if they can do the job, but if they're going to be not a right fit for the team, considering it's just my boss and I in the office most of the time, just me. Like if the person doesn't fit, like if they're not a good personality fit, it's never gonna work. We'll never enjoy working together, and it's just going to cause friction. So thank you for the lurk, White Wolf. I will assume that means that you are streaming as well, so I will have a quick look and throw a lurk back. There we are. Lurk. Monk. But Nick was feeling really, really guilty about George hurting himself. I've been trying to make him realize that he really doesn't need to feel bad about it, because kids get hurt. They fall off play equipment in the playground. They twist their ankle when they do something silly. And I just sometimes have to go to the doctor. It's unfortunate that vets aren't covered on the under the NHS, but that's beside the point. This one wasn't too bad, fortunately, so nothing like the horrible scare we had a year ago or however long it was. Can you imagine the uproar if there were? Yeah. I can imagine the uproar. And, like, considering the delays and how slow or like how overworked and overwhelmed the NHS is, it wouldn't be great. But it would be so nice. So nice if you could just have a pet and not have to worry about vet bills. That'd be so good. But hey ho. Or like if you can't afford a pet, don't get a pet kind of thing. And George is insured for like big problems anyway. We just didn't want to put this through the insurance because it would just mean insurance premiums changing and stuff. I'd much rather just pay this than it's so dark. Weird. Yeah, I'd much rather just pay it and then not have to worry about high insurance premiums or anything like that. Because he has hurt his dew claw before, so they might not even cover it if it's a recurring injury. But he ate his medication on a piece of ham, and he's fast asleep at the moment. So hopefully he'll let me take him for a pre-bedtime poop later. Because I don't particularly fancy getting up in the middle of the night when Mr. Fluffy has finally had his sedation wear off, and all of a sudden he's decided he wants to go for a poo. So, Ma, sorry if this is a bad time, but I need to shite. I can't remember where that it's like a meme, and it's like This guy has very lumpy lips. Little bit gross. It's one of those memes where I think it's like pets always find the worst time to come interrupt you or something, and it's like just like a picture of like a little video of I think it's a dog next to a bed or a cat or something like that, and just this Scottish voiceover. Just sorry if this is a bad time, but I need to shite. Have you not? I should find it sometime because it's really funny. It makes me laugh every time I hear it. It's almost almost on par with the it was fucking one of yous. Disgusting. Hey John, you alright? You are up here. How are you doing? What are your regular or irregular streaming days? Doing better now, it's cooler. Yeah, I think a lot of people are happy it's not absolutely boiling anymore. I mean, it was getting to a point that even I thought it was getting a bit silly. I'm normally the person who was always complaining that other people are always complaining. Because I usually love the heat, but this was somewhat ridiculous. Like, even in our office that's normally quite cool, it was 29 degrees and we didn't have a fan or anything like that, so it was quite stuffy. Whenever you have the energy and motivation, and it's not a hotline week, fair enough. Got another on the way, another heat wave. God. It's a mini heat wave? Mini heat wave? God. When is it, next week or? I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, I normally love the heat. I am the first person to enjoy it and just go slow and just enjoy. But it gets so inescapably hot. Starts increasing again towards this weekend, so on Nat's phone is predicting 27. Oh god. Maybe Squiggs! Squiggs indeed. Hopefully it won't be the same heat, but yeah. I'll have to make sure I make some doggy popsicles again. Nivian, you know what I'm talking about when I mentioned the sorry if this is a bad time, but I got to shite or have to shite. Can you post a link for Ben if you happen to know where to find that meme? 24 and 23 for the Saturday Sunday where the siege classes. Ooh, that's not too bad. Hopefully they have AC. Hopefully. And if they don't, we'll just have to go topless. Tried some ice cream? No, I haven't. No, I've been working. I do need to give that a go because, oh man, they're so good. And I'm so sad that they don't make them anymore, so I'll have to go make them myself. Cross his fingers for AC, yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I have no idea what the venue is going to be like or how they run it. But they do these classes quite often, I think, so... Just don't know if they've done them in this location. Because I get the feeling that if they had done them in this location before, that we probably would have been there. Maybe. But yeah, I am looking forward to it a lot. I'm also a little bit nervous. I'm one of these annoying people who would love to learn something new. Yeah, ice cream tacos. So we were talking the other day about things that we miss, things that just quietly have disappeared over the years. One of my favorite childhood memories was of something called the Winner Taco. This is in the Netherlands, obviously. They're probably called something else here. But they were these taco shells, but cookie version, like basically like a cornetto biscuit, folded in half like a taco shell, with vanilla ice cream, caramel, and then it had a crispy outer edge of chocolate with sprinkled nuts. Wiener taco, no, winner, I-N-N, not E-I-N. Not an ice cream sandwich, but not quite. It was different. It wasn't like a waffle. It had a lot more crunch to it, and it was just the most special thing out there. And they stopped making it. Like one year they were everywhere, and like the year after, all of a sudden, they were gone. And I think they still make them in some countries. I think America probably still has them, but yeah, we don't have them anymore, and it makes me sad because they were ridiculously tasty. And Grathax here found a recipe for them, so he was wondering if I'd made some yet. But I hadn't. I have been painting a lot this weekend, which is good. And then working, obviously. Because sadly I haven't won the lottery yet. You think you remember that? I don't remember there being ads for them. There might have been. They were so good. I had like a little polar bear, I think, in the ads, or like on the signs. So tasty! Oh my god. But yeah, I wish they still made them, and they don't. Loving the purples and blues. Yes, thank you. I thought it'd be fun. I don't really know why the light isn't doing what I want it to be doing today. I feel like, have I maybe pressed a plus and that can go no brighter, but maybe that one can. Bear with. That would explain so much if I've just accidentally reduced the brightness on the light, and it's just, because it's never shining in my face, I can never tell. Well, it seems to have made a difference, so yeah. But yeah, I've got hello. I've got a whole bunch of ridiculously bright squigs, and it's really fun. It's really silly. They are very fun to paint. It's kind of what I was hoping for when I picked up the box. I think I bought them as like a filler item because I had a voucher for a shop that I normally never go to that sold some Warhammer but not a lot. And they had some squigs, and I was buying armigers for Nivian. And I thought, you know what, I'll buy some squigs because they seem silly. And they very much are. Very silly. Really dumb. Wiener taco. Oh, sorry. Cool. Next mouth. This one has like tiger stripes on him. I thought that would be very silly. I've got one with bright yellow spots as well. So yeah, it's more like a neon green than a yellow, I suppose, but don't know what it is about these things, but they make me very happy. A little bit like, not quite on par with Sylvaneth, but they're close. Yeah, definitely close. Yeah, I can highly recommend painting some squigs. They're a great palette cleanser. Like, if you normally have to paint all these serious marines or trying to get through an army of stuff. Pick up a box of squigs. Because they are very entertaining. Pretty fun to build as well. Pretty good kit. The only thing that I found a little bit annoying was, I think it was this one. Yeah, he did actually. He said something along the lines of, if I paint all these boring models, I get to paint this fun model in between. Something like that. I think it was this one where the teeth had to be added into the mouth after, like, the jaw went on, and it just, like, if I had realized as I was building it, I probably would have built that slightly differently, but I used tweezers and it went in the end. But yeah, I think palette cleanser models are a great way to keep yourself motivated for other paint jobs. Looking forward to that next class with Wes as well. That's in 2 weeks, isn't it? The week after Siege class? And we get to apply 2 different types of, next Sunday, yeah, 2 different types of, hello, how to paint faces to be back like the dinner. Nice. Enjoy. I hope it's tasty. Yeah, I'm one of these annoying people in classes who likes to already be able to do what they teach, so you do well. Typical annoying person in at a class. I'm a little bit worried about the Siege one because I definitely will not be good. I might know some things, but the airbrushing section really worries me. say really worries me. That's a bit of a exaggeration, but definitely slightly nervous about that. Will it be good for me? Force me out of my comfort zone. In the course pack it says the instructor can do the airbrush bit for you if you can't bring an airbrush. Oh, okay. Well, I can bring an airbrush. Didn't they say something about potentially being able to bring a compressor? Or they would be able to provide one potentially. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, we've paid the money. Like, what do they care how well we do? But I care how well I do. They sell lights, so you could get them to bring one of their posh lights. Oh, that'd be nice. How posh are the lights? As in, how expensive are they? Because I wouldn't mind upgrading one of my lights. This one has the buttons are dying on it, so they're still working, but they've got electrical tape on them to 90 quid. Ugh. I don't suppose you have a link. They do a bundle of 1 hour online tuition and Iron School 2026 entry. Oh god.
I like 'em big.
Oh
I
no.
like 'em chunky. I like 'em big. I like 'em plumpy. I like 'em round with something, something.
Go on then. The largest brush. I'll have to clean it because it's oh god. What have I done to this? I don't have a picture of the light. Oh, they do. Oh god, that's fancy. Native lighting. I kinda want one. I kinda want one, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I will have to look at my finances. Oh, I also need to send the Lord of Change off. God, this brush is fucked. I need to buy some big cheap brushes for this stuff. Yeah, if I send the Lord of Change off, I can send my dad an invoice for it. Oh, God. That was perfect timing for that redeem. Ah. Maybe I should just invest in some good large brushes. Did I make it easier? You did not make it easier, you made it way more difficult. Don't you worry. This brush is an absolute state as well. It's like, I don't know what I did with it. I'm wondering if I touched like, I don't know what I touched with it. It looks dead. It's like it's still painting. It's still holds paint, just about. But it feels like it's fighting me every step of the way. I feel a little bit bad for it because I bought it like every other brush because I had great plans for it and I wanted it to be a wonderful brush, and then it wasn't. Nah, it's not the worst. I mean, they're not bad, these. For cheap brushes or cheap-ish brushes, they're not bad. But they're not great either. Worth trying a paint purger, but absolutely, I need to just stick it in some paint purger for a while because it's, you can tell it's all like, if I push here, it doesn't even move. It's definitely, it's had some trials. I must have put it away once with something in it that wasn't supposed to go in it and not realised. Because I'm normally really good with cleaning my brushes after each paint session, but this one has had a rough life, bless it. I will keep it to the side in a bit for when I'm done with it, obviously. Done with the redeem. I'm not forced to suffer through a number 7 brush to... God. I think we have... Do we have paint purger? I don't know if we still do. I've got white spirits at work though. I might just bring a small cup of a small, like a jar or something to work with me in tomorrow and nick some of the spirits. See if that helps. ISO in the shampoo. Yeah, probably actually. Yeah. I was talking to White Wolf in his Discord earlier today. I want to say last night, and they're saying that isopropyl might be not the safest way to clean your airbrush because it can damage the O-rings in them. Which I didn't know, but I will bear it in mind. Now I don't know how quickly it would affect the O-rings. But God, this guy is hideous. Makes sense, but Vince Venturella was who recommended using a bit of IPA in between color changes. Oh, okay. I feel like Vince Venturella probably knows what he's talking about. And are the O-rings the little black rubber rings? Yeah, prolonged soaking would make the O-rings go brittle, but you can buy those. Like they're really cheap though, aren't they? You can just replace them, I think. Or is that just me, my wishful thinking? Like I thought they came in a pack with what do you call it? With the quick release catches thingy. They usually come with new nozzles. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to have to buy a new nozzle though just to get an O-ring. That would be painful. That would get expensive very quickly. This is such a great model. I've got a freaking half-swallowed dude in his mouth. The sculptor for these things must have had such a fun time with this. Like, if there's anything as fun to design and sculpt as they are to paint. Be very silly and very fun very quickly. Oh god. Thanks, brush. Itchy nose. How long has it been? How long has it been? 10 minutes. Oh. Hey, Emercy, how are you? Emers. How are you doing? You good? I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. We had a little bit of a health scare with the dog yesterday and today, I suppose. He made himself jump when he heard a door slam, and he missed a jump to climb in my partner's lap and in Nivian's lap, and he caught his dew claw on something and ripped that, so he had to go to the vet today, which was very sad. I had to sedate him because it was too painful just to rip it off, the last bit. He's very dopey still. It's very funny. He's just walking around like half dazed. Just at the moment, he's under my desk, very much asleep. I am hoping I'll be able to persuade him to come out for a walk before I put him in bed later, because I don't particularly look forward to the inevitable 2 a.m. wake up. Ma'am, I have to go to the toilet. Did you see Squig? You did see Squig. I wanted a palate cleanser, and these are very cleansy. How are you, man? You alright? Never wake up to go. Yeah, it's like the small little nail that grows on the inside of their front leg, and it curves down, and it just ripped. It's had it before. It's happened before, and it's just very painful. It just it's like ripping your nail, but sort of halfway down, like in the nail bed. So they trimmed it off for him while he was super dopey and sedated. And they shaved around it a little bit so they could see it. So it's not now. It's like, rather than a full claw, it's just like a teeny tiny claw and a little bit of like stump underneath it. Bless him. It should grow back. So I mean, it did last time. He's just very very tender boy, very silly. You never wake up to go. I'm still sort of trying to work out what you mean by that. Because the only thing that comes up in my head when you say that is like, wake me up before you go, and that's not exactly the intention. I'm positive, like, it's not. So, welcome back. What did you mean when you said you never wake up to go? Oh my God. That right one, is that a twerking worm as well? And which Twitch did you have to follow to get that? That's fantastic. I love it. That's my kind of silliness. Oh, you never wake up from sleep to go to the bathroom? No. I very rarely. I normally um get up after about like half an hour of reading to go to the bathroom before I go to sleep. Because otherwise I'm just slightly uncomfortable. But I know that my dog will, if he's not 100%, wake up barking in the middle of the night. Mum, I have to shite. Sorry if this is a bad time. Was it a gift sub? You've never been in the channel. You think he's joking about peeing the bed? Well, yeah, that's fair. You just don't get up, right? Why waste perfectly good sleepy time if you can incorporate the pee-pee time? Pooping I wouldn't recommend doing in bed though. It's very messy. Squiggs are fantastic. I am a fan. These are the first ones I've ever painted. And I'm having a great time with them. They are super dumb. It's my kind of... Thankfully never did that. I actually have. It's mortifying. I was staying over at my first boyfriend's house. And I got sick in the middle of the night. I did not realise it until... Well... It was very, very, very bad. No, same. Normally, absolutely same. But yeah, mortifying. It was a bunk bed as well. So I had to wake him up in the middle of the night to get out of the bed. No, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. And I felt, well, really, really poorly as well. So I woke up feeling absolutely awful. You have been puked on in a second date. Nice. Means she's comfortable with you. Bunk with a hunk. You're not all that hunky, if I'm honest. He was a nice boy, though. He was what I needed for a while. Let's put it that way. And then he wasn't. Getting a second date, I could not imagine. Spoiled. Spoiled. Spoiled, I tell you. The absolute luxury of getting a second date. Yeah, nice boy. I know, it's never it's not really, not really something you want to hear about yourself, is it? Probably would never say it to his face either, but yeah. See, this was 15-year-old me, and I was in love with his best friend at first, and then my best friend, or who I thought was my best friend, when I told her that I was in love with him, she was like, "Oh, I hadn't really noticed. Oh yeah, he is kind of cute, isn't he?" And then she just snatched him up because everyone always loved her because she was petite and cute and haha, so fun. And yeah, sad times. I think it was the seafood. You played in the park at night. Things stuff got jiggled around and came up. Oh, ouch. She must have felt awful as well. Did you get a third date? Because that's the real proof, isn't it? Like, was there a third date? The last time you were dating was a string of ghostings and you realised it had become cultural. It's what they do these days, so men don't yell at them or otherwise scare them. That sucked to figure out. Oh yeah, it's... You just dated for 6 months. Well done. That is a very nice thing to hear. That something like a puking doesn't necessarily mean the end of the relationship. You wouldn't hold that against anyone? No, I suppose not. It's like you can't really help it, but I imagine she didn't specifically aim for you, so... Yeah, there's... I mean, ghosting is... like you say, almost cultural now. Because men, unfortunately nowadays, I have been told, I don't actually... I'm not... I'm too old for Tinder and stuff. That wasn't about when I was dating. It's some men don't like to take no for an answer, so they human functions of pass. Yeah, it's like we can't help what our body does sometimes. I saw something on Twitter the other day where a girl said like she was like 30 or something like that, and she found out that the guy she'd been talking to was 24, and she thought, oh, he's way too young for me, so she ghosted him. And about a week or so later, he tracked her down, and he was like, what happened? Why did you ghost me? And she was like, well, I found out you were really young and I felt really uncomfortable. And he was like, you could have just told me that and I would have been okay with it. Who's the immature one in this case? And she was like, oh shit, man, I've been... But yeah, she felt called out enough to post it on Twitter, so I guess she wasn't feeling too bad about it, but... Ghosting her is more than just straight up rejection. I'm inclined to agree with you. The only problem is that straight up rejection, a lot of men get very verbally abusive when you tell them no. Or they go, oh, you're a fat bitch anyway. Didn't want you anyway. Sorry for giving you a chance. That kind of stuff. Um, but I feel like if you have decent contact with someone, or decent enough that you realize, like, okay, this person isn't for me, that you should be able to tell them. It's such a incredibly disheartening experience for any decent bloke, decent guy who's just doing their best, just putting themselves out there. Just trying to talk to a girl and then getting ghosted is miserable. You was dating 7 to 10 above your age since your 20s, never had a problem with it. You dated 5 younger ones, and she was really going out of her way to be very mature and serious and judgmental. It's wild out there. Yeah, I've heard some stories. I must admit, I'm very glad that I don't have to go through all of that, because it sounds absolutely like Wild West. You stopped using apps? Yeah, that's I think a fair response. It doesn't really encourage people on the dating scene, does it? When there's the sort of like accepted behavior is so disgusting that people don't. Yeah, I don't do not condone. I find it incredibly rude, and I feel like something about humanity being worse for it. I think if Nivian one day decided that I wasn't worth the trouble, which would be fair and understandable, I would probably go out of my way to go like Warhammer hobby stores or something. Now for something completely different. Yeah. Yeah, I would probably look for a partner in a place where I would have a mutual hobby. Now you've already renewed your lease for another few years at least. Ah, get in. Without my annual appraisal. Sick. I was expecting to be up on the chopping block again in like November time. Two of the girls have said the exact same thing. Do you want me to walk you to your car? Text me when you get home. And you felt like they're following the same playbook. That's weird. Like having someone climb a ladder so the fall is higher. That's disgusting. Women are problematic. I'm not defending bad behavior by men, but I very much feel for men nowadays and the struggles they have to go through just to have a date and to meet people. I feel like it's very much a women's world at the moment, dating wise. Yeah, I genuinely felt like I had done like I've done so many weird things this year that I was going to have to explain myself at my next appraisal, but I'm hard to find social avenues where you aren't just bothering the shit out of someone in their hobby time. When they're working out, when they're shopping, easier when you have friends or friends. Yeah, that's true. Well, if you have a shared, I think from working out is problematic. Um, very difficult to make contact with someone at the gym because it's very quickly feels like someone is like imposing or like being a creep. Because you almost always find yourself in a compromising position as a woman, just hanging over a bench or spread eagled or sweating your tits off or in skimpy outfit because it's just easier to work out in that. And then when someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, yeah, great form, go for a drink," it's like, no, I'm trying to get my workout in. Fuck off. And I say that with never ever having been approached in a gym. Obviously, I haven't been going to the gym for years, but being aware that you have a captive audience is very important. Leave them out, yeah? I think in situations like that, I would probably say, I might go up to someone, say, "Look, you caught my eye. I think you're really cool. I'm over there. If you fancy having a drink at some point, please come say hi when you're done with your workout or something, and maybe we can plan something," and then just walk off. Because that way you don't intrude. Did I see the new Warhammer wall at Langdon? Yeah, did you see the Instagram post I tagged you on? You've never needed to ask or hit on anyone. You think you've only asked 3 in your entire life. And they always approached you. Oh, nice. Excuse me. That's because you're an absolute catch. That's why. Did you go check the post that I tagged you in? It's like, oh god, she sent me 1,000 reels again. Oh no. You're about to meet Warhammer theme park when? Yeah. Oh man, that'd be so good. I mean, we've got Warhammer World, which feels pretty theme parky to me. Henry Cavill, get on it. Yeah, exactly. When you're in sixth form, you managed to get this girl in the year above to go to the movies when she was way out of your league, and when you were waiting to go into cinema, a bird took the biggest shit. Oh no, no! You want the dark ride shooting tear? Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Oh no, I feel really bad. That's so sad. Fucking. Oh no. Poor baby Nivian. Or Skaven. I think a like a tunnel kind of ride in the dark with Skaven everywhere, that'd be sick. And then a section above ground where some Tyrion is. But then obviously we're mixing 40k and 30k and Age of Sigmar, so. Your first date, you found out the girl just wanted to ride to the movies but did not talk. Oh no. Skaven, I just SKAVEN. Do I want some tea? I would love some tea. Thank you. You would love tea as well. I'm sure if you come over here, he'll happily make you a cup. Do I have enough for the rest of the class? Well, I did just buy new tea bags for him, so the answer is yes. To your boat. Speaking of dating as a man, you pretty much had a lot of trouble in your early 20s, but as you approached 30, it became easy enough that you could book 2 dates with 2 different persons the same weekend. Yeah, I feel like the dating pool gets smaller, right? More men get trapped in long-term relationships and kids and stuff, so that when you're in your 30s and you're reasonably attractive and not an absolute dickhead, you especially if you don't have kids, you suddenly become very attractive to a lot of women. Something my mum is worried for my brother about, because my brother is 34, I want to say. I think objectively quite attractive. He has a good job, makes good money, owns his own flat in Amsterdam. He's very nice, caring, thoughtful. Graduated psychology student. So he's a catch. And he's dating a nice girl, but my mum is a little bit worried that she might be out for babies. People get more baggage and life experience as soon as things get feisty, yeah. No kids, own a house, 2 cars, no kids. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so... What does the L stand for? I always thought it was age, sex. You miss AOL? Oh, yeah. Do women use men for babies as in just get pregnant and leave? No, women use men for babies as in just get pregnant and then take child support. So you find a nice man, someone with potentially good genes. Not necessarily leave, but it's a good way to trap a man. Oh, location. That makes more sense. So that shows you how much I am not in the dating pool. I don't even know that. But yeah, you've got women like late 20s, early 30s. If they're if they want a baby, they'll just look for a guy who they think will look after them or be supportive or whatever, and with a bit of luck will stay with them. And then forget birth control. You have nice jeans there, Levi. Well, blue or stonewashed or black? They have to be good jeans. I mean, you can't... Acid washed, ooh. Good pair of jeans is great. Does wonders for a figure and appearance and stuff. That's quite abusive. It's 100% abusive towards men. It's entrapment. It's very worrying. But it's unfortunately definitely something that happens. I saw something, someone was, I think, trying to shame a woman who they saw post on, I think it must have been like Tinder or something like that. There's a woman who posted that she had 13 kids. She was 32, I think. She had 13 kids from 3 baby daddies. Not looking for anything serious, but if it happens, it happens. It's just... Your mother bought you Japanese denim. At that point, going to let you... Oh, 100%. 100%. I think for a lot of men, that is becoming the norm as well, right? From my understanding, there is sort of like growing epidemic of incredibly lonely men who don't get hugged, don't get touched, really, because, well, they live by themselves and they might get a hug from a parent or something if they go to visit, but like real physical connection is very rare, and they struggle to get a date because in their dating pool it can be quite difficult, or in their like age range, or maybe they're not conventionally attractive, or they're not tall enough, or whatever. Yeah, loneliness is a very severe health concern. I'm worried for a lot of men, to be honest. It's usually men who are lonely. I feel like women have it easier in that respect. They can, if they want contact or comfort, they tend to be able to get it. But I feel for men, it's... God, I want the hugs to stop. Don't touch me! Don't touch me. Everyone's always hugging me. Disgusting. You once had a date who said to you, I wish you were taller, but other than that, you're a great guy. Ooh. So, well, I wish you had bigger tits, but here we are. And then suddenly you're the bad guy. Yeah. It's like... oh, you dumped her not long after. Yeah, that's I feel like that's a fair response. I wish you were taller. What a bitch. He did get up, and then he went back to bed. Thank you. You are amazing. Oh, and snacky snacks. Ah, black dog. Thank you, baby.
Oh, licking his lips for it.
Oh, is he? That's good. Is he taking it? He's drooling. Good boy. I've never seen this happen before. This is a half-stone dog who has just taken a treat and was just sat in his bed like with his treat in his mouth and drool just. You wish you were a little bit taller. You wish you were a baller. You had a girl who you'd call her. Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could sing though. You would say, I wish she was thinner. Yeah, exactly. And that's actually something she can change, right? You can't change being taller. It feels so unfair to judge someone based on their height. I don't think that is called for. I know. Well, yeah, but no need to see. You still need to have a sense of rhythm and stuff, and I don't have that either. So yeah, fuck that. I think it's not fair. I think yeah, I would love it if people are just a little bit less judgmental over height. Like all these girls just setting their Tinder filters to 6 foot tall blokes. The dumbest part is that these girls themselves are like 5'3", so who cares? Like if you're a girl who's like 5'9" themselves or something, and you're really really tall, and you'd like to have someone not look down when you kiss or whatever, fair enough. I can I get that. But welcome back. But then they never are. Like it's like, how tall are you? Oh well, I'm 5'2". It's like, bitch. My mum told me when I started dating Nivian, who is taller than me, mind, that she said, "Oh, nice. It's smart dating a shorter guy because they work harder." So my mum, my mum approved, even if she said a very strange thing. Yeah, there you go. She approved from the outset, so here we are. Then they complain that I have to ghost them because they're dating assholes. Yeah, because these 6 foot guys who are all like the 2% of men on dating apps, the good looking tall guys, they get the pick of the women, and then, oh yeah, sorry. He never called me back, he's such an asshole. So yes, because you didn't give the 5'10" guy a chance. And that's on you, girl. Your ex-partner past dating her was great because she was 6 foot and didn't have to bend down to kiss her. Yeah. Don't have to get a crick in your neck or anything like that. It's great. Like, I'm not particularly tall for, like, a Dutch person. I'm 5'8.5", I want to say. 1 meter 74. So in the Netherlands, I'm very average. But in England, I'm quite tall. There are a lot of men in my direct surroundings who are shorter than I am. 5'8" is great for an American lady. Yeah. Punctuation is for people with more than 3 brain cells. Love a bit of punctuation. See, I'm really shallow too, in a way. One of the things that attracted me to Nivian was the fact that he knows how to write and spell, and I'm not didn't feel like I was dating someone whose grammar I constantly had to correct, and that's really crazy because I'm not even English. But I would have really struggled if he couldn't spell. I know, I'm sorry. You can write, it's sexy, sorry. And you bring me tea, also very attractive. You're American, he was born during the No Child Left Behind. You're lucky you can English boy with B and GCSE English. Oh, well, you've done alright. feel like that says more about your school than about your English, to be honest. Because I've seen how you write. That says more about English education and passing grades and stuff than anything else. Here I am going forward. I'll not get I'll get full like ridiculous essays in my WhatsApp rather than quick WhatsApp messages. Because she likes it when I write nice. Anyway, dating is a minefield. I'm glad I don't have to do it. And I feel bad for guys trying to date at the moment. It's rough out there, Moy. No Child Left Behind was the allocation of funding for schools depending on the rest score average of the entire school. So for the lower score kids, they would try to get rid of them. Jesus. So the better the kids did, the more funding the schools would get. You went to 7 schools. Oh. That is rough. Like, instead of trying to help kids get better and improve their grades, just try and get rid of the kids who bring down the average. That is disgusting. You have ADHD, so filling out black dots for an hour. Oh my god. Also make some game test instead of... yeah. It's a very dangerous way to allocate funding. Like, even you just describing it immediately makes like all kinds of red flags go off. I wonder who thought of that as a good plan. That would be a great idea. Let's just give schools money based on how well they're doing, or how well their students are doing, rather. Even I can immediately see that's a bad idea. I don't even have to think about it. Correct course load puts you in a C average because you're being challenged, not because you're getting A's. Fucking hell. Yeah, you should be getting challenged. There's no... like, well, there's no point just repeating the same kind of stuff over and over again if you already know what it is. So it should be kind of tricky, or certain things, at least certain things, not everything. I don't feel like it's fair to put kids through consistently failing tests because you're trying to challenge them, or barely passing. But Jesus. Yeah, to get a 4.0 in college to keep your scholarship, you would have taken harder courses if that paid you. Yeah. That's, I guess, another thing. Like, if you need to keep a certain average to be able to continue your studies, like, how are you supposed to pick courses that you A, want, and B, are interesting or challenging if you're not if they will just stop paying you if you start to get challenged. That is... What a weird system. I mean, like, I get not wanting to give money to kids who are just spunking out the wall because they don't give a shit. I suppose it's hard to work out which kids are the spunkers and which kids are the kids who are just genuinely trying and finding the work challenging. Yeah, shrug. It's called tricky. Very tricky. Doot, 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 doot. Ba-dap. Six tricks thing. Yeah. SSX tricks key. I feel like that looks familiar for some reason, and I don't know why. That's why. I don't think I've ever played it. Don't think I ever knew anyone with a Dreamcast. I have watched people play that. Was it like snowboard half pipes, or was it down a hill? I can't remember if there was. I say down a hill, it's down a mountain, but. My immediate thought when I think of snowboarding games is that game, like, very pixely, where the Yeti chases you or something. I'm trying to remember now. Downhill. I can't remember if that was skiing or snowboarding, but I remember being terrified. I have to like dodge trees and stuff and you get chased by ski or die. Yeah, something like that, yeah. My very first ever PC game that I ever played was Alley Cat. It was like a 2D thing. It just filled like a 4x3 screen. You played the hell out of it, yeah. There was yeah. And you had like rubbish bins and a fence and washing lines, and you had to dodge a dog that walk the alley and get like things, I think, that fell down, or jump up on the washing lines, and I think there were birds that you had to dodge as well. I just remember that the PC that our first PC at home that we bought secondhand from a girl, from like I guess a brother of a girl in my class. He was selling it, and my mum bought it. And it was a floppy disk, like an actual like big floppy disk with that game on it. The PC was absolute dog shit. We 100% got scammed, but that game was great. Alley Cat. Highly recommend for anyone looking for a nostalgia trip. Also, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Hideously difficult, like point and click adventure game with some combat in it and like an inventory, so you had to pick up things you found and then use them later on. I remember there was a part where you had to go rifle through like a storage area and pick up things, and there was an old, like a fossilized or like an arrow point that you could pick up, and somewhere else you could pick up an old dirty cloth. And if you had picked up those two things way later on in the game, you could use them to protect your hand, to use the arrow point to screw off the back of a bookshelf that had toppled over but was too heavy for you to pick up, to get something out of the bookshelf. It was like, use this plus that to do this. You know what? You know when it's even more difficult? When you're 9 years old or 10 and you're Dutch and your English is garbage. Trying to play that game, oh man. Polly, want a cracker? That bloody parrot. I always got stuck on that parrot. I bought that game again a while ago. It's on Steam, I think. And I started it again, but I still haven't finished because I was like, my brain is too old for this. I need to get a walkthrough. And that for me immediately sort of kills the enjoyment of the game if I can't complete it myself, if I need help from a 20-odd page walkthrough guide. The Red Cat game. Not sure. You somehow beat Grim Fandango as a kid. You were like, screw this as an adult. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What, there's a Red Cat game? Doesn't ring any bells. It's used in schools to teach kids shit. Oh. We had a game that tried to teach you I think it was supposed to be like to try and teach kids logic, and it was called Freppels, I think. And they looked like weird little monsters, and you'd have a shop that had loads of Freppels in it, and you had people phone up the shop or fax the shop that dates you. And then you'd have to take their orders, and they would say something like, "I would like 1 Frepple. He has to be black with spots, but no hair." And then you had to go look on your shelves for the specific Frepple that they wanted. And you would click on it, and it would jump off, and would jump towards the door. That was great. I think that was part of like a game, like a bunch of games in one. I remember playing it with my friend, but she had one of the old school, like her dad was one of those people who wanted to get in on trends, and he had one of the early Mac PCs, like the Macintosh, like the big one with the green, with the big coloured back housing on them. And she had that game, and we played the shit out of that when she was whenever I went there. That was great. The Frepple? Yeah. I'm trying to remember which other games. There was this one PC game that I think I bought it, or no, I was gifted it for my birthday, I think. And it was on a CD. And it was, I'm trying to remember. I think it was set in like space, or on a space station or something like that. And yeah, evening painted. You alright? I think it was set in a space station. I remember that was like part of it was the first like 10 minutes or so. You'd be walking around on your like in your flat or something, and then you would get called out, and you had to go to like a pod and get in the pod and then click. It's not hellscape anymore, no. It is manageable temperatures now. You would get to your pod and then like initiate a travel sequence, and I never could get past that because it would crash the game. So I have no idea if that game was ever any good, because I never got to play past the first 10 minutes, which is... Or I say it was 10 minutes, this was another one of those games that I got when I was really young, and when my English was really bad, so it's maybe all it's what took me 10 minutes to get through, maybe it was only like 10 seconds, I don't know, for yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to remember what it was called. It just felt, this is old, this is from, I was probably about 10 years old, I want to say. And I remember it being on a CD, like on a disc. And I feel like it was set in space or on a space station. And the game starts with you just walking around and like doing stuff in your apartment, I think. But then you get called to go somewhere, or to progress the game you have to go somewhere, and you have to get into your like travel pod thing, and that would crash my shitty old PC at home. So I don't actually know. Yeah, we've been talking about horrendously difficult games. We were saying how Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis is almost impossible as a kid to complete that. Hey, Thijs. Paint, paint, paint indeed. I've been painting a lot the last week. I was painting on the weekend. Painting again now. I am quite pleased with my painting activities. How are you, Thijs? You alright? You didn't? Too hot in here yesterday and today. It's finally getting cooler here. Tomorrow and Friday I'll paint. Yeah, I saw your post about you cancelling stream because it's basically just too hot, which is fair. For us, our garage is like our haven when it gets too hot because we have a portable air conditioner which is normally like in here, and the garage is really, really well insulated, so once it cools off it's really nice and cool in here. Yeah, I would like to find some of the old games that I used to play. See if I still enjoy them. I feel like Alley Cat would still be a banger. You also got the AC, but still too hot. Further, you're doing good. Glad for tomorrow. Finally, an appointment to the hospital. Oh, nice. I will keep everything crossed for you. It's so dumb, these things. Oh man. I see them in the camera. Like when I'm painting them, they don't look so dumb. But I look up, look at the camera on my video feed, and like, oh man, these things look ridiculous. That's great. You start on that mini is already looking better than you can do it. You say I just started on that mini. I was working on Saturday, or this was my Sunday afternoon, or part of my Sunday afternoon. So I've done all the base coating and a bit of the highlighting, and I watched 2 movies, I want to say, while I was doing this. Didn't quite finish Wicked, which I started to watch because I felt I should probably watch it. You have another one in your hand now. The one's just like, yeah, I've got loads. Oh, there's 10 of them now. There's 10 of them. Like these 2. Camera, please. These 2. And these 2. And camera, these 2. And these 2. and these two. I'm at the moment not watching anything other than my own video feed, but thank you guys. They're very fun to paint. If you ever want something very silly to paint, get a box of Squigs. They're really dumb. I was just saying that on the weekend, I like to watch movies when I paint, or have like movies on in the background, and I they have to be like light-hearted movies. I will never watch anything serious if I can help it. And like I was sat here happily singing along very badly to Grease because I thought, you know what, I should rewatch that. And then after that, I was like, what other like fun musical movies can I watch? And I thought, oh, hang on, I haven't seen Wicked yet, so I went and found Wicked. But I haven't finished that yet. We'd love to do them, but they're so overpriced. Are they? You painted figures you like. These what? Yeah. Painted figures you like these. What about these? What about these? Yeah. Ever drink Bailey's from a shoe? I actually haven't. I normally drink it from a glass with decaf ice cubes in them. Decaf coffee ice cubes. And I buy little home brand Baileys when I buy some because I feel like it tastes just as good or even better than real Baileys. And costs half or less than half, so. Old Greg? I don't know who Old Greg is. I'm gonna have to come clean here. I am awful at references. Because I'm such a neurotic munchkin, I was going to be a lot less kind to myself, but because I'm such a neurotic person and stress over movies and stuff, and I only ever watch things that make me happy, because otherwise I feel like I've got enough shit going on that isn't making me happy, so why would I watch something that doesn't make me happy? Which really limits the amount of things that you can watch. Don't mix Bailey. Oh, I've done that. I've done that. Mine was drinking Baileys for an evening, and I'm thinking, oh, I should probably drink a soft drink instead of drinking Baileys because it's I've been drinking too much alcohol, and I drank a nice big glass of Fanta and was really violently sick. And then I wondered why, and I put Fanta in my Baileys, or Baileys in my Fanta, just to check what the reaction was, and it just curdles. It turns into this most disgusting, like, it's awful. Don't do that. Ah, the Mighty Boosh. Yeah, see, I know of the Mighty Boosh, but it's been very much overhyped by some people a couple of people that I know, and that then puts me off. Try banana and Sprite. What happens with banana and Sprite? Nope. Insta-puke. Oh, God. 99% of people will puke. Really? Is that if you eat a banana and then drink Sprite? Or is it drink Sprite and then eat a banana? Or is it if you mix the two in a glass and then try and drink it? Eat a banana, then drink Sprite. Okay, interesting. I've never heard... Never heard of that. Did not realize that was a thing. I am now tempted to try it because I normally have like a stomach of steel. The rest of my intestines don't agree with my stomach most of the time, but can't remember ever getting like food poisoning or anything like that, so doesn't matter, just eat bananas and Sprite or vice versa as the mixing in your stomach. Noted. I wonder what it does. Is the potassium or something? Don't, just watch some YouTube and you'll see it's true. I believe you. I will watch it. I don't I guess tempting as it is to try it out, I'm not not dumb enough to self-sabotage that much. You think it starts fizzing up real bad. I wonder if it's like maybe I wonder what in the banana is doing that. I mean, I guess it was probably similar to Coke and Mentos, right? Like, you see people mixing it in a bottle. I wonder what would happen if you mixed it not in a bottle. And you drink a bunch of Coke and then have a Mentos. So I guess you're the jackasses. That's a throwback. Among us would probably have tried that. I'm sure there's probably videos of that as well somewhere. I am seriously curious now, though. God. Why am I like this? It's a good thing we don't have any Sprite in the house. I wonder if it's just Sprite or if it does it with other fizzy drinks as well. If you want to laugh, bring sugar-free gummy bears. Oh! Oh god. Give everyone the shits. Have you watched that, read that Amazon review for the sugar-free gummy bears? Ah, so good. Yeah, this viral Amazon review for sugar-free gummy bears. It's honestly one of the funniest things I've ever read, to be honest. Like, the suffering and misery just drips from the pages. It's just great. Don't do it. Just typed in banana and Sprite, went through like the first 20 titles. All don't do it and do it and oh god, okay. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it, but it is tempting. It's one of those things that I then want to see. Oh, how bad can it really be? The answer is really freaking bad. Really freaking bad. don't eat sugar-free gummy bears. I mean, you can eat them, just as long as you only eat like 5. But unfortunately, no one ever eats only that few gummy bears when they have a big bag of them. I certainly don't have that restraint. You eat bags of gummy bears, yeah, exactly. As long as it's, as long as they're not the sugar-free ones. Or specifically those sugar-free ones, anyway. I don't know if they're all as shite-inducing as those were, but it's one of the funniest things out there. I am fortunately quite lucky. I don't tend to have issues with things that I eat. At least I get the impression that I don't have issues with specific things. But look at these shiny chompers. We looked up the squigs. They are worth, with shipping, $3.67 a piece. Not bad for... You have no idea how small they are. I hated your 28ml, boys. I don't have a banana, but I do have a drinks can. So they are quite small. The base is 25ml. Yeah, I've got fairly small hands, but they are quite small. They're smaller than they look on than the impression they gave on the box, but I do feel like they are exceptionally fun to paint. Oh, you say 367? That is for the the Squig herd? Because that comes with 2 more minis. That comes with these 2 guys as well. But I haven't really paid much attention to these yet. So you've got 10 Squigs and those 2 goblin guys in the box. After 12. Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, the box I had has 10 squigs and 2 like squig wranglers, I guess. If you don't like small minis, you can also get the there's a, I think he's like an orc or something who rides a squig. Yeah, I think there's 2 different versions of him. Like, I think the Squig Hog ones are also bigger. Yeah, so if you don't like the small ones, I think that, or sorry for the absolutely horrendous links, but they oh god, they I think they're bigger than just normal squigs. I think not 100% sure, obviously, because I have never painted those yet. But now that I've painted these guys, or now that I am painting these guys, it feels inevitable that I eventually will paint those. Because they're very silly and very fun. Let's see if I can do like a yellow. Mix that through with some brown and do like a nice creepy teeth stripe thing. Grab a teeny tiny brush. Yes, that's great. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Anyone looking to paint something silly, grab yourself some squigs, because it's very silly. That's not cheap. The one from the first one looks nice. Still only 5 minis for around €50. Oh god, yeah. Already get some new minis from the Kickstarter. Oh nice. Which Kickstarter is that? Who's winning? Probably the team. Because the other team, the problem with them is that they just think they can walk it in. Dungeons and Lasers something. Oh, okay. How are you, Degamad? You alright? I think so. Teeth on it. There's teeth on that little choppy thing. Yeah. A little choppy chompy thing. It's certainly a thing. Not awesome, left work early and just crashed. Ooh, that's not great. Any idea what's going on? Feeling under the weather, or is it a mental health break? Or breakdown? Likely just tired. Ah, okay. Are you chilling now then? You have to be nice to yourself. So I say, because I say so. I said so, so you have to. And sleep for 1.5 hours. Oof. Yeah, sometimes that happens. It happens to me very often, if I'm honest. Especially on the weekend. The Boss 4547, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you are having a lovely Wednesday. Just realised I completely forgot to paint this horn on this guy. What are these things? They are squigs. They are squigs, and they are very fun to paint. They are very silly. We love the squigs. I wanted a palette cleanser over the weekend, something completely different from what I normally paint, and I had a box of squigs which I bought as like, oh, I have a voucher for a shop that I never normally go to, and I don't want to leave credit on this voucher because I won't be able to spend it without then having to pay for shipping. Which game? Warhammer. It's Warhammer. They come with these guys, like little gobbies. Thank you for the focus camera. Really, really helpful. Thanks. I haven't painted these guys yet. I mean, I've put some base coat on there, but they've not really seen much. And yeah, they're I think I want to say it's Warhammer 40k, so they're orcs, part of the orcs army. And they are very, very, very silly. Squigs are Age of Sigmar. Yeah, but the oh, I linked the Mosrock's Cragbad earlier, from the Orcs army. He's 40k, but yeah, the Squigs are Sigmar. That's his beast snaggers or bomb squigs. It's just the names as well is ridiculous. But yeah, they are weird. But yeah, they come in a red box, so yeah, Age of Sigmar. a stretch. Thank you. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, I could actually hear my shoulders crack there. That was a good stretch. Thank you. Very well timed. But thank you for the correction, Painter. I just assumed, based on the box earlier, I just immediately went, oh yeah, obviously 40k, but they're not all 40k. They are very, very silly. And very fun. Stuff like this makes me kind of happy. It's the kind of ridiculous model that I feel someone probably had an absolute whale of a time designing or sculpting, and it brings me a lot of joy to be able to paint something as dumb as that. It just makes me happy. Well, yeah, I'm going to put a wash over these teeth though. But they're yeah, they're very silly. I mean, look at the chin on this thing. It's just so dumb. So great. What is everyone else working on? Is anyone painting anything at the moment? Or, are there no projects on the go? Is there water in there, George? Or do you need some? There is water in there. That's fine. He still has a droopy tail. You built a Neurolictor earlier. Neurolictor? I hardly know her. Which one's that again? The Neurolictor? Is that one of the ones with the thingies? You stopped, you were working on the Arvis lighter, but got uncomfortable and now in bed. That's fair. That is fair. It is nice to nice to be able to time yourself out. Thingies in a big brain. Ah, okay. Thingies in a big brain. It needs to dry anyways. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? You can work on something and then quite easily find yourself getting to a point where you can't do anything anymore because it needs to dry. I often have that with bases. I get very excited with basing, and then it you get all this basing material that's just there. You're sad you had a computer you got for nothing, about $1,000 of hardware you put together for a friend. They used it for a bit and then left the country. Oh. That's disappointing. Did they give it back to you, or did they just take the PC and goodbye, thanks for all the fish? You got it back years later, trying to bring it back, but it's dead. Oh man. That's so disappointing. Why are people like that? Nivian had experiences like that where he's given people graphics cards and stuff because they were really struggling, and then next thing you know, you never hear from them again. Things didn't even get a year of use and you have to replace the main board if you want it. What did they do to it that they managed to break it to the point that it needs motherboard replacement? That's just... Some people, geez, you also hate it when you help someone and they don't say thanks. Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Like, I know I'm doing this out of kindness of my heart, but you could at least, like, pay attention and say thank you, or... Not sure, they pulled the graphics card and the hard drive. You reckon they damaged the motherboard by putting the graphics card out too hard or something? Or is it just, you reckon it's just they've just fucked it? Because I'm assuming it's not something that can be fixed with a BIOS update or something stupid like that. It wasn't malice, they intended to have it in the States as a backup, they never came back. Ah, okay. Well, as long as I didn't intentionally act like a dick. Doesn't make it any less dickish, but at least it's not intended to be like, haha, got some stuff out of you, never talking to you again. Bye. Which is especially rude or harsh when you're doing something for free for someone. It always makes me kind of sad. Feel bad for hardware. Yeah. I get attached to things as well. I just... it always makes me sad when stuff can't do what it's supposed to anymore. Because one of the reasons why I, for example, can't have a live Christmas tree. I know that's technically not a thing. Not to me anyway. But it makes me so sad to have something like a Christmas tree in your house, like making you happy in the darkest month of the year when it's depressing as outside, and then when you're done with it, you chuck it out the window. It's like a sword that got used so a village left to rust. Yes. It's very sad, and it's something I struggle with. When people chucking out perfectly good things because they found either like the next best thing, or they just don't realize how good they had it. Just have one in a pot and keep it outside. Yeah, that's an option. We have a fake one, which for me works much better because I don't have to worry about looking after it, and I don't have to worry about it dying. But yeah, I'm a sappy fool for that kind of stuff. Oh, this one also has bony protrusions. I'll give you my bony protrusion. Har har har. As a kid, we put a fake one together every year. Lit a pine candle in the room and it fooled everyone until they touched it. Yeah. Doesn't have to be a real tree. Like ours is like fairly obviously fake. Like if you get close to it, it's like, oh yeah, that's a fake tree. It's also very narrow because we bought it to fit like a smallish corner in the room. So it's tall and narrow. It's like a slim tree. And yeah, it's great. We've had it for, well, 10 years now, I think. Because we didn't want to reuse previous relationships worth of Christmas decorations. That felt really wrong. It was all wire. We knew how to shape it so it looked real. Yeah, exactly. Ours is wire as well. Like you unfold it when you want to use it. You're very fun. So fun. So fun. I have just realised that I have no idea what time it is. Oh my god. I guess this is the last thing I do then tonight. Yours was huge. You started to build just half of it up against the wall. Yeah, it's late. I have just realised it's nearly 10 PM here, so I need to definitely make an end. You also hate throwing things away. Before you buy something, think of how will I dispose of it and is that worth it? You can imagine you don't have much stuff. I have quite a lot of stuff. But I like to hold on to things. I'm not like a hoarder or anything like that. But I always feel like I want to make sure that I give things the best sort of use that I can, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Rightio. I will have to continue my squigs on Wednesday next week because you have to get rid of things now you can't find the thing you need. So stuff needs to go. Yeah, that is definitely a way to think of it. If you have too much stuff, it feels like it cramps your style. Numbs everyone, then runs away. I will feel right. You're finding me just as I have to wrap up because I have only just realised the time and it's late. And I very much need to still walk my very stoned dog. And you're super tired. Let's try these guys. Yeah, that looks nice. Right, so I've had a really nice stream. Very nice and chill. I very much appreciate everyone hanging out with me again tonight. I am going to send a raid over to Stellarmus Jack. Because I think they might enjoy that. I'm not here this Saturday because I am being whipped into shape by the people from Siege Studios for a painting course. So I will be back here to stream on Wednesday next week. And, well, thank you everyone for hanging out. I'm creating the raid and I will send this over when that gets through. So thank you all very much for your time, your support, your chats, your follows, and everyone. So, have a nice